Clement's Homebrew.
Coming at ya.
So, our good buddy Jim dropped by last week, and he said, I really want you and Christian to review these beers, but especially this one. And we'll show this to you. It's from Great Notion Brewing, but he said, I don't want to tell you anything about it because I don't want any preconceived ideas. I want to hear straight from you guys what you think. So we can read what's on the can. We could do that much. So that's what we'll do. But first we'll show this to you. So Great Notion, you know, it has a lumberjack, right? So here you got the lumberjack, and as you go around, now you got, I don't know, this magician like whatever guy, and they're having a power struggle, and that's the name of the beer. Power Struggle.
Oh, hold on. I want to see this real quick. Oh, that's not Hitler. Okay.
No, it's not Hitler.
It's just a magician.
So read the side, though. It does tell a little bit here.
So this collaboration with our good friends at Bottle Logic is a true power struggle between Tesla and Sir Lumbo V. This IPA is dry hopped with electrifying amounts of Galaxy, Vic, Citra, and Sabro.
So I don't know if Tesla must be a character for Bottle Logic. Bottle Logic's in Southern California, down in Orange County. Great place. Christian and I have been there, actually. It was a one drunken fun night of doing stuff. Or
yes.
Maybe, but at any rate, we'll see what this one's all about.
Yeah, it says, with a passion for hops and the patience for sours, at Great Notion. So, we don't know. It just says it's an Indian Pale Ale. Ready?
We can get it cracked open.
It's got a good hiss. Oh, wow.
I do a little more switch back and forth. This looks hazy.
Yeah, we might have to do that just for you guys to...
Yeah, it looks kind of hazy, so we're going to go back and forth. Now swirl the bottom to stir stuff up, I think. Oh, yeah. This is interesting. This kind of reminds me of Ripe that I had a little bit earlier today. It's a fantastic beer. All right, Christian's getting the final drop. So this really is
like
a New England IPA. This is a hazy beer. It's got a half finger head there. Yeah, you can't see through that, and it's really got a milky.
Yeah, I was literally going to say this looks like a milkshake IPA.
Yeah.
More than a hazy, because it really didn't have too much head.
Although the milkshakes, just so you know, are when you actually add like milk sugar, like lactose in it, just to be real clear.
Well, yeah, but I was just saying in a sense, it was so dense.
So I like though that they named hops. That gave us a little bit. Galaxy, Vic, I guess that's Vic Secret probably, Citra, and Sabro. Now I've never brewed with Sabro or Vic. I know about Vic, but I have no idea what Sabro brings to the table.
Okay, I did get a lactose smell to it.
I'm not sure if I got the lactose sweetness per se. But it does have a sweetness to it, but it might be a lactose. But it's hazy, but it definitely has like a light citrus and some tropical notes.
Bitterness to it?
I got some mango. I got some pineapple. I got maybe a hint of passion fruit. It makes me think of Ripe quite a bit, actually.
I almost get a sense of a lupulin shot in there.
Yeah, a light hint of some resinous quality to it. You do get the Citra a little bit, but there's a lot of other hops going on this.
It's got a lot going on.
I get on the citrus, but this little bit of like that Tangelo kind of quality, you know, like tangerine to orange, kind of just a little bit of that Tangelo quality.
Yeah, I get that.
It smells good. So,
let's do it.
All right.
Cheers to this.
Cheers, Jim. Thank you. At first, it was real familiar, like Ripe, and then took this funny twist. So I'm getting the power struggle, which for me is hard to describe. The very first instant this hit my tongue, it reminded me of Ripe. Now that one is just all Citra, nothing but Citra in it. Immediately following, you get a little bit of this interesting bitter bite.
Oh yeah, for sure, yeah. Yeah, I mean, the second it hits your mouth, it's smooth, it's delicious, it has some citric fruity notes to it.
Tropical character.
Yeah, and then definitely get rid of the idea of lactose. I don't think there's any lactose in here, right?
No.
I think this is just hop laden.
I think really hits him pretty quickly is a vegetable character coming from the hops, the amount of hops.
Yeah.
I think that's what that is.
Well, I mean, it's not green hop season, so.
No, but it's this vegetable quality. But it's like one of my beers when it's pretty fresh, and I didn't get the all the hop matter out.
Mm-hmm.
Today is the July 12th or 13th, I think, and this was canned on 6/26/19. So this is pretty fresh. It's about 3 weeks, I
It
guess.
took me an extra week to get over here. It's got good bitterness, so it's like I said, I felt in some aspects it almost tastes like they just plopped the resin shot in there.
That could be coming from Citra. It will bring that on. It will bring some of that dank resin sometimes. But there's some other bitterness too.
Yeah, no. That was a good call. Dank resin. I think the power struggle is struggle between going super dank and then kind of sweet.
Yeah, I think for me anyway, it's this sweet just immediately when it hits the tongue, and then it just does this whoosh shift on you.
And then I get really satisfied with that hop load. I don't know. I'm really having trouble explaining this one. It's interesting.
You're still getting that light powdery wheat type feel coming off the body though, meanwhile. And there's a nice moderate residual sweetness on the body. It's moderate to low carbonation, which is perfect for the style. And then I want to say though that I feel that it brings in this just a pinch of a grapefruit bite, almost leaning more towards the pulp, grapefruit pulp and rind, you know?
Yeah.
Less of the sweet side, and maybe a yellow grapefruit, but a little bit of that, that kind of bite.
Way more bitterness in
Right.
there. It's, you nailed it on the rind with that one, and that maybe that's the interesting taste that we're getting. That's so boom, you know, because it's like when you do something with lemon zest. You're like, and then you dig a little too deep. You get so much rind in there. You're like, bam.
I want to look up actually really the Sabro hop, and we'll be back with some conclusions. All right, we had to do lookups. So Vic is, they're referring to Vic's Secret, as I said. It says tropical fruit, pine, and herbs is what it brings in. So that's interesting. Not a big surprise, but we got a bit of that pine, like resinous quality. We've got plenty of tropical fruit. And we know they did any IPA, so we know it would have been at the end of the boil and whirlpooling. So Sabro, it was released in 2018. Its complexity of fruity and citrus flavors imparts distinct tangerine, coconut, tropical fruit, and stone fruit aromas. And then hints of cedar, mint, and cream. So that's a very, I might have to try that. That's interesting.
You know what? I could get the cedar and the pine from the two, giving off that resinous quality right there.
And at the very sip I just took here, it might be my imagination, and I'll be honest about that. But I almost feel on that tropical at that very first sip, like I might have gotten some coconut quality with it. But this is definitely a unique beer.
I mean, it makes sense. So like those are two very opposite hops in a sense.
So this is a 7.5% ABV beer, and have no idea in terms of IBUs, but I think there were plenty,
Yes.
but not the way that you rate IBUs, because I think so much of this comes late in the brew cycle. And my guess is that they're probably in about the 60 IBU range, is all, in all honesty. All right, well, it's time to rate this beer. What do you think of this beer in terms of IPAs, Christian?
Well, I mean, in terms of IPAs, I mean, if you're going overall, like if you're just calling this an IPA,
Yeah.
Honestly, I can only just with looks alone, I can't even rate it high. Fun, delicious. 84.
He's just not very generous, is he? I think I have a greater penchant to any IPAs than him.
It doesn't say any IPA.
But in IPA, it does not.
Not.
You are correct, sir.
It is getting a higher rating than it should for being a IPA.
I'm going to pretty much rate this the same in terms of IPAs and any IPAs for me. It makes me think. I love thinking beers. It's an 89 for me on an IPA. So that you can see some of the difference between us right there. Overall, what you think?
Oh yeah, it's fantastic beer. I'd give it a 92. I mean, it's just delicious. It's got all kinds of stuff going on. It intrigues the taste buds. It has, it does have a hot blast, and it's got a nice base to it, so it smooths it out, and it's just interesting. And I could drink this a lot.
So it's so funny because this is where we differ so much. I mean, sometimes you just see us so in sync down the line with this. This is an 87 overall for me.
It's weird. It went down.
The cedar, I'm starting to get that now
Yeah.
as it sits on my tongue for a long time.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So some of that cedar type quality, but the coconut's still there. Now, damn it, I dig on this milky coconut.
I'm just telling you right now, could I cook a salmon in this? Oh, that'd be tasty.
Boil it, poach it. Poach a salmon in it. I think that's what you should
that
do.
creaminess?
Well, I don't know. It'd be a power struggle. Here it is, folks. It's from Great Notion Brewing and a collab with Bottle Logic down in Orange County, California. This is a fun beer to try. I would really encourage you to get it. If you can't get it, give someone a jingle, see if they can find one and ship it to you. If they've got it still in cans, they had a release about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago from Great Notion. But yeah, what a fun beer. This is Kevin.
This is Christian.
Saying life's too short.
Drink cheap beer.
And we'll see you
On the next beer review.